Thank you for choosing to be here today. I'm glad you are here. In the last video, I spoke about how your perspective affects the way you think and how your thinking affects your actions. I also said that in times of safety, there is a way we think, and it will be unwise to think the way you think in times of safety when there are crises. That a time of crisis demands a new level of reasoning and thinking. And I'll let you know that in every crisis, there are two sides, those who win and those who lose. And so even in the current crisis that we are in, there will be those who win and there will be those who will lose. The difference or the differentiating point is how they think and what they see. Let's try to define from the dictionary what perspective is. According to the dictionary, it says that it is the way something appears to you. The final picture or image that is created in your mind by what you are analyzing, by the information you have. And this can either be visual or mental. So the image you are talking about can be visual image or mental image. So as a result, your perspective can be influenced by two main sources: past and current information available to you. Because you need both to be able to make an informed opinion. You need the past information and current information to be able to make an informed opinion. Now, your past information can be influenced or affected by a lot of reasons. I will just mention a few here. Your educational background, your culture, your religious bias or your religious background, your family background, your exposure or experience in life, your political affiliation, and historical records. These are patterns that is set in us from the time we were children until we've grown to become adults. And one thing this has taught us is what to think on and not how to think. So for any of these to change, you need to engage a new level of thinking by asking the questions and asking the right questions. The way to engage a new level of thinking is asking the right questions. And I mean the right questions. In this age of fake news and misinformation, it is important to verify the source of your information. Napoleon Hill says, think twice before you speak, because your words and influence will plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another. Have you ever thought of this? Now listen to this. 1, that every time you speak to someone, you want that person to believe you. Have you ever thought of that? Whether you are telling the truth or you are speaking a lie, you want the person to believe you. And for that to happen, you drive home your point with some level of emotions. Number 2, that every information or word you receive is intended to make you think, to make you believe something, to decide to do something, and to control your behavior. Adverts are a perfect example of this. When you go for shopping, don't you buy things sometimes that you didn't plan to buy? Yes, of course. I guess quite a lot of us do it from time to time. Why? We are attracted towards a product. We don't know what the product is. But then you pick the product and read the information provided on the product. If it's appealing to you and it creates an image in you of meeting a particular need, then it becomes something you purchase. You don't think again before you pay for it. So every information you receive is meant to control how you behave. Knowing then that the information you feed on affects your perspective, it is pertinent, therefore, to ask yourself the following questions. Number one, what is my source of information? Who do I listen to? 2, what is the source of my source of information? That is to say, whoever I am listening to, what is his source? 3, can I trust the source of my source of information? Is it truthful? Is it manipulative? Is it misinformation and lies? And finally, to ask myself, what is the essence of this information? What reaction is expected from me? The reactions that I put forward, will it advance my cause or diminish me? Will it put me in a better light? Will it make me to be who I want to project myself to be? And at this point, I just want you to think that there are 3 types of people that emerges in every crisis. People who dwell on what has happened in the past. This is the way it was done. This is what happened. They are full of records and history. They are very analytical about the past. And people who focus on the present. Let's just deal with this present. What is happening now? What can we do? And the third is people who are futuristic. People who look at what has happened in the past, what is happening now, and is asking, if this happens again, what will I do? And is asking the question, out of this, what can I do? What does the future hold? What can I do to change the game plan? And this is where I'm going to leave you until I come your way in the next video. Keep thinking out of the box, thinking how to make the best out of every situation you find yourself in life. Because in every situation you find yourself in life, crisis points that may be asking questions, there are answers. The fact that you don't have an answer does not mean there are no answers. It is just that you have not found what the solution is or what the answers are. Thank you.